Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Over here I read anonymous stories online, so if you like listening to anonymous stories, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. I made an order for my woman: hem slippers, perfume, necklace, watch, customized jersey, customized bracelet. I wanted it to be a surprise. So the delivery guy set off to her place. He's been there before, so he knew her. So he called me and was like, "Boss, I think there is a problem." Oh." So I asked, "What's the problem?" And he said he's a few blocks from the house, but he can see her outside. So I told him to proceed with the delivery, and he was like, "She's sitting on a guy's lap in a car." Like the guy, they lean on the car and she's in between his legs, that posture. So I asked him to send me a picture of them, any rough one, and I was really surprised to what I saw. The car was a Civic, so I asked him to wait. I want to make a confirmation. So I went to her IG page, looked for a picture of her standing in front of a Civic, and it was the same license plate of what my guy sent to me. It was her ex who broke up with her in 2021 that she curses most times. Hey, woman. So I told him to return the package peacefully. But I'm planning to confront her with it. Should I? Apparently, it was the ex that got her the place, and he stopped renewing it when she dogged him. So I have been paying for her rent since 2022. I found you broken-hearted, wounded and miserable. I revived you with my time, attention, love and money. I never wanted you to be sad for a minute. When your grandmother died in December 2022, I took you to Aqua Safari. I bought you a brand new iPhone 14 Plus, loaded your wallet because I didn't want you to feel too much sorrow, and this is what you repaid me with. All the investment I did in her, it was because I wanted to, and yes, make she continue with her life. She just texted me that I should leave my keys behind when I leave for church tomorrow. She will come and do my chores. This story is funny. Yeah. Maybe you can talk to her to stop that. That's if you want that. And if she decides not to, then you leave her. That's if only you want her. But if you feel you can't tolerate that too, then you probably just end things with her or something, The choice is all yours, but don't do anything drastic. As a hookup girl, many men would handle you roughly, not only because they are paying for sex, but also because they have no feelings for you. And if you are someone like me who is doing this work because you have no choice, I want to give you a few secrets to help you endure without drugs. The first thing is to look good. It doesn't matter if the client is paying you little or the area you are going to is the slums. Make sure you look good. By looking good, I don't mean wear slutty clothes. Your undergarment can be slutty, but your clothes must be regular. Wear clothes that make you look like a regular fashionable girl. Secondly, try to be feminine. The way you speak, walk and talk. Talk in a soft voice. Try to relay some innocence in your actions. Lastly, be polite to your clients. While being feminine, don't talk to them harshly, especially when bargaining. Now, when it comes to the sex part, you have your own rules. Just go with that. But sometimes, some guys like to be in control, so just try to be submissive and innocent with them until they ask you to do something. That's when you show them your slutty side. Some clients are also shy sometimes, so try to take control and try to ask them what they like. Also, the most important thing is to have the natural type, not the drugs. You should take them before you meet your client. Hygiene is also very important. Try to be clean and smell good. Well, you can try these for yourself till you gather enough money to get out of the business. I am the breadwinner. I haven't found a job. My family thinks I'm a PA to one of my clients. Please don't think this is a foolproof plan, because it worked with most of my clients, but not all. The ones that did not work on were very violent. I can't say the stories here because I don't want to scare you, but try to also carry on. Inconspicuous weapon, because some clients like to search you before and after. I have a knife brush. Try also to build a list of clients so you don't sleep around too much. Let me know if you have any questions. To my bestie's place to eat, and I accidentally caught her friend masturbating in the washroom. I was there and I had a call from my bestie and she invited me over to eat. So I never thought she had a friend over there. Already on my way to her place, I bought her favorite biscuit as always. But when I got there, there were two ladies and I only brought two biscuits for me and my bestie. But since there were two over there, I gave all the two to them. And my bestie asked me where my own is. And I told her I never knew she had the friend over here. So I gave her my own as well, because I can't just share without giving some to her friend. They were like, I'm such a darling guy. I am a shy type, so I don't know how to start a conversation. So after that, I was on my phone while they were in the kitchen cooking. I wanted to have a conversation with my best friend, but I couldn't make a move to start the conversation. They finished cooking and served me. We all finished eating and watching a movie in the living room while her friend went to the living room with I and my best friend noticing. So I thought the washroom was not occupied until I opened. I saw my best friend's friend fingering and touching herself. At that moment, I became nervous and confused, standing there watching her until she noticed I was watching her. She noticed I was watching her. I closed the door. She opened the door and dragged me inside. And she starts to beg me not to say a word about what I saw to my bestie because she would be ashamed. I was quite shocked and standing there looking at her while she was begging me. So I told her I liked what I saw. She has nothing to worry about. She then told me she don't understand because she wants to know if I'm going to tell my best friend or not. At that moment, my D was hard, so I couldn't even help it and I kissed her. And looking at her face, she kissed me back. And I started to finger her and all that. And then we did it. I did some yawa where I forgot to lock the washroom door when we started the sex. So we were there, effing, and my bestie opened the door. I was embarrassed. I started wearing my clothes and my bestie was so angry and crying. I was confused because I didn't know why she was crying. I tried to calm her down, but she was mad and angry and staring at a friend. I was there trying to calm her down and ask why she's crying because I don't understand. At that moment, her friend was just standing there while I was begging. She didn't chase the friend out. So I'm confused. I was guessing maybe my bestie is a lesbian because I don't understand the reason why she's acting this way. I had been trying to ask the reason why she's crying, but she's not minding me. So I stood up and told her if she wouldn't mind me, then I'm leaving. Do you guys know what she did after I said if she wouldn't mind me, then I'm leaving? She went and locked the door. So I'm guessing I'm going to F her too. But the way she's acting, I don't understand her because she was the one who is always warning that we shouldn't catch feelings for each other. So I had been trying not to do so because I know I'm definitely going to be bounced. So I never tried to catch feelings, but I secretly been developing feelings for her and I've been making sure she wouldn't find out. She locked the door, but she wouldn't mind me still. I've been trying to console her, but she wouldn't mind me. She's just looking at my face and crying. Everything shows she likes me, but she wouldn't say nothing, just crying. I'm planning on moving closer and kissing her. Guys, immediately I called her, she kissed me, so I kissed her back. We're kissing and she told me she's going to shower. The first one with my bestie's friend, I couldn't come, so I'm going to punish her. I'm even going to shower too because I couldn't get time to clean myself after she caught me with her friend. After we kissed, she's been asking me if I do like her friend, so I told her what exactly happened. She even made me promise not to try that with her friend again, and I asked her why she didn't say anything. So I'm planning on asking her in the morning if she likes me. I gave her 5 rounds straight and almost 1 hour foreplay before the sex. She's been smiling after the sex and fell asleep on my chest. I will give you guys updates when we talk in the morning. When I woke up, she wasn't there, so I decided to go and check on her. So I went to the living room and she wasn't there, but on my way to the kitchen, I heard some noise coming from the kitchen, so I picked and saw her cooking. So I ran back to the bedroom because I almost ruined the breakfast in bed. After that, we had a chat and she confessed that she started developing feelings for me. I was like, and you've been warning me not to catch feelings for you. I told her she's wicked and we laughed. I then expressed my feelings to her and she said we should date. I realized someone asked me if she's dating or isn't dating because she's been turning guys down ever since she started developing feelings for me. She's the reason why I'm single too, because my girlfriend thought I was doing friends with benefits with her. We were classmates way back. SHS, and the main reason we've been close friends as besties was that she just moved to Accra and she doesn't know anybody here. So she later realized I'm in Accra and took my number from our year WhatsApp group, and we started going out and showing her around. She always invites me over because she lives there alone and don't even have any neighbor to talk to. So one day I was watching some funny video on my phone and I called her to come and watch. So when she came, she sat really close to my side, and when we were watching, she put her head on my shoulder. So that was fine, and we started cuddling. So it became a normal thing to us until she realized we're being more closer than we should be as friends. So she put a stop to that and warned me not to try and catch feelings for her. So we became friends without cuddling or doing things that dating people usually do. But I had fallen for her already. Seriously, this whole story is funny. Very funny, but good for y'all, good for you. So with her friend, no, have you people sorted that issue out? Because that's weird, that's complicated. You could have solved this whole issue with communication. I know you said I shouldn't catch feelings, but I did. So, but we could still be friends if you don't feel the same way. Okay, maybe she said but communication and all this nyama nyama would have been avoided. Now see the complication. Good luck. You can judge me all you want. I know I deserve every insult. This is my story, a true one. In July 2021, I made a post here that I needed a cute dark guy with pink lips to start a relationship with. A couple of guys commented, but they weren't really my spec when they sent their pictures to me on Telegram, with the exception of one. The guy had everything I needed in a man. I knew he was the one when he sent his pictures. I also sent mine and he also liked me, so we proceeded from there. We texted for a while on Telegram, and then he suggested we move to WhatsApp since he was not really active on Telegram. I had just completed SHS by then, and he was also doing his service in one company. I grew to love him each day because he was a good guy and all. All those while we hadn't met because my parents wouldn't allow me to go out even if I asked for permission. Fast forward, I became tired of him. I don't even know what happened. I broke up with him even though he had done nothing wrong to me. He pleaded with me to tell him his fault so he could work on it and apologize. But I ignored him. I started schooling. A lot happened when I started schooling. I broke my virginity, started doing so many naughty things that I never thought I did ever do. I stopped hearing from my ex. He was someone who never updated status or view status, so it was difficult to tell if he was active on WhatsApp or not. I met another guy here on Judo. Let me name him Kwame. Upon several requests of me coming to his house, I finally agreed to meet him at his house. When I got to his place, we had a conversation for a while and we had sex. I spent a couple of days at his place before going back to school. Fast forward one day, I was there when I had a message from an unknown number. The person was a guy and he told me I'm a pretty girl, so certain things are there I should not be doing. I was so confused, so I asked who he was and why he was saying what he was saying. After persuasion, he went on to say he's an IT something. I've forgotten, and the one guy brought his phone for repairs and he saw my nudes on it. I wanted to challenge him because even though I had done a lot of bad things, I never really remembered sending my nudes to anyone. But he told me if I said he's lying, he would show me the evidence. He sent me one of my pictures and asked me if I'm the one in the picture, and I said yes. But I told him he might have retrieved it from my Instagram page or from someone who knows me. Then he said okay, if I still don't believe him, he would send me my nude as a streak, but on a condition that if it's really me in that video, he gave me a location to meet him and have sex with him before he would delete the video from his phone. When he said that, my heart skipped a bit. I was shaking as I was typing. What if it was actually me in the video? I was very scared. I told him he can keep the video, I don't need it. After some minutes, I received the streak from him. When I opened the video, it was actually me receiving back shots from one guy, the guy who broke my virginity. I started to cry. I couldn't believe it. Then I remembered that the only sex position this guy always wanted was back shots, and it was always in a dark place. So you'll be like, you turn on the phone torch, not knowing that all those times he was making videos of the act. I started to plead with the IT guy to please delete it. He told me he would delete it. He said he knew I would challenge him. That's why he sent the nude to himself as evidence. That very day, my ex-boyfriend from judo texted me that he had a dream about me and it wasn't a good one. I forgot to say he had this gift that he could see things that would happen to people he loves. I was very surprised to see his text because it had been months since I heard from him. And he said he couldn't afford to see me getting ruined because he still loved me deeply. I narrated how my life has been ever since we separated, and he said it was fine. He understood my situation. We got back again. We started dating again, but the IT guy told me it's against their ethics to go through a customer's phone. So if I told the guy, it can cost him his job. But then he just wanted me to be self-conscious. And apparently, I wasn't the only one the guy was having bro sex with. I was still having sexual affairs with the Kwame guy I met on judo too. My cute ex-boyfriend I met on judo that we started dating again. Let me call him Yao so you guys can understand. Y'all traveled outside the country for a business trip somewhere ending last year, and we planned on meeting for the first time when he gets back from the trip. During that period, my horniness wouldn't let me be. Kwame, the second guy from judo, told me he wanted to see me. I missed him too, so I went to see him one night and we had sex again. Okay, so when Yao landed in Ghana, I asked for a meetup, but he said he had an emergency, so the meetup should be scheduled to another time. I agreed. 1 month after, Yao and I met in Accra for the first time since we started dating. We had our first sex, but he was a virgin, so that was his first time having sex. But to be honest, I felt as if I was doing him a favor. The next day, he left for his place and I left for mine. I took a contraceptive after. 1 month later, my period didn't really come well. I thought it was because of the contraceptive. I did a uni pregnancy test and it was negative, so I was okay. The following month, I didn't see my period. That's when I began to worry. I did a uni pregnancy test again and it was still negative, so I took my mind off it. I was going about my normal daily activities. I had told Yao about not seeing my menses and he told me to go to the hospital to do a proper test. I kept postponing until one day I was having this sharp backache. I decided to go to the hospital and do a check. I told the doctor about the amenorrhea too and how the test was always negative when I checked. So he added UPT to the test I did be doing. Y'all kept checking up on me all the time. I was at the hospital and I kept updating him too. All the tests carried out turned negative with the exception of the UPT, which was positive. I didn't know what to do. They told Yao about the positive results and he assured me everything would be fine. I really wanted to terminate the pregnancy, so that's what I suggested to Yao, but he wasn't in support though. I don't know, but he told me to do a scan. I heard of Maristop, so I went to one of their branches. I wasn't having enough money because he was going through some financial crisis, so he gathered some money and borrowed some from his friends to send me. He was so there for me. He even asked one of his friends who stayed around to be with me at Maria Stoops. When I got there, they asked if I had taken a scan already and I said I hadn't. Immediately the nurse placed the machine on my tummy. She shouted. I was so scared. She said, why did I stay for so long if I knew I wasn't going to keep the pregnancy? And with the gestation period the scan was given, the child I was carrying wasn't for Yao, but rather for Kwame. I broke down into tears. How am I supposed to tell Yao this? I was so hurt and angry with myself. I gathered courage and told Yao. He told me he knew all along but didn't want me to feel bad. He wanted me to tell him the truth that I slept with someone else. I started apologizing to Yao. All he was saying was everyone makes mistakes, so it's fine. He has forgiven me. I still couldn't understand. There is no guy on earth who would ever do this for a girl who got pregnant for another guy. At that point, all I could think of was to call Kwame. I went to the Momo vendor and sent Yao's money back to him because I couldn't do it. When I called Kwame, I sent the results to Kwame on WhatsApp. After some minutes, he called and I told him that I was pregnant and that was the result. I forgot to add the money y'all gave me wasn't enough to terminate the pregnancy since all the parts of the baby had already formed. I couldn't talk well, so Kwame told me to calm down and that we did figure it out. He told me he had one friend who does MVA in one of the hospitals, so he did direct me there so I could go. All this while, y'all kept checking up on me. He didn't want me to terminate the pregnancy because he was scared something would happen to me, but I had already made up my mind. The day of termination came and both Kwame and y'all kept checking up on me. I was very scared, but I kept my cool and the procedure went on successfully. Yao still loved me despite hurting him so much. He never for once mentioned it. Yao is a very busy person, so he doesn't really get the time for calls and texts, but when he gets the free time, he does. I started getting close to Kwame again. We texted every day. I started falling in love with Kwame. When I gathered courage to tell Yao that I've fallen for someone else, he told me he already knew. I told you guys he has that gift that he sees when something is wrong with someone he loves. He told me he's been grieving since he saw it, but it's fine. I'm so hurt that I pushed a good guy away. I've blocked Kwame everywhere now. I miss Yao so much. I don't know what to do. I know I've messed up. Nothing happened. I just want Yao back. I miss Yao, that's why. I know I've been very foolish, but now I realize my mistake. It's only Yao who pushes me to be a better version of myself. The whole story is confusing, but apparently I think she blocked Kwame because she realized he wasn't the best fit for him as a boyfriend or a life partner, and Yao apparently is, but now she doesn't have him again and she wished she did. Good luck, it's not easy, so good luck on that one. The story is quite interesting. I can't believe I have to do this, but I think my message will be clear enough. I recently had the chance to travel by the help of my boyfriend, or should I say ex-boyfriend. I have a new guy and I think I love him more than my boyfriend. I doubt he will be able to join me early, and I'm also not planning to come back to Ghana again or anytime soon. I'm going to tell him to move on if he should find another woman. I understand he had to spend a lot, borrow from his parents and all, but I just don't think we were meant for each other. I'm so confused right now. What exactly are you confused about? Someone has spent their hard-earned money on you and you think you are not the best fit. They should find another woman and you are confused. They are not confused. You are confused. You're not okay. Please. You shouldn't be doing that. So this my girl and I have been through a lot together. She works at a provision shop for some woman B, where me too I'm doing bolt with this my neighbor's car. So last week, there was this older woman who ordered the ride. I picked her up. We're in the car, then she was telling me that I was well built and that I should keep going to the gym, then eat healthy, and it will help me really well. She actually was gymming a lot till her husband died. The woman was curvy too and busty also. Her face wasn't really a 10, not even a 7. I dropped her at some nice mansion for Trasaco inside. So she took my number and said she was going to advise me about eating healthy and gymming. That evening, she called me and was like, I'm really nice. She's lonely and she's seeing the man of her dreams. She wants me to satisfy her desires and she will satisfy my needs too. She will get me a better car and I'll stop the Uber. All I need to do is say yes. I told her I'll think about it. I told my babe, come and see this girl. So excited. She told me to do wild and drain the woman. I told her I was going to block her. She said I should say yes and start bringing big money home. Last night, she was asking me that what did the woman say? I don't really get this girl. Is it that she's being greedy or she doesn't really love me? Cause I'll be in the comments for your thoughts on this one, cause Charlie. I don't know. She wants the best for both of you guys or something. Even I don't understand. You have to ask her thought process and why exactly she's all in for this one. If you don't ask, you never know.